Hello there guys, welcome to Geneva. I'm going to give you the ultimate tour of this amazing city. I have already filmed some videos explaining some things, so we'll run through that quickly before we get going. Number one, this is the city centre, this is the train station behind me. I'm assuming you've arrived at the airport, so getting from the airport to here, there's a video below explaining that. And then when you're here, you should get the public transport system ticket. There's a video below explaining that. We're actually going to start our video from here, which is where you get the 15 tram, and that will take us to our first tourist destination, the United Nations building. Just a few things that you should know before you arrive. They speak French here, but you can get by with English. Just be polite, learn a few phrases, a few words. Number two, it's in Europe, but they don't have the euro currency, it's the Swiss franc. Number three, on a nice clear day like today, if you're on the opposite side of the lake to the jet, you can see the Mont Blanc in the background, and all the mountains surrounding are in France. Let's talk about accommodation. If you're on a 4-star budget, so 100 to 300 a night, I'd stay at the Connevan Hotel or the Tintin Hotel. The Warwick Hotel is just there, the same kind of price. If you're on a budget, head down Rue de Lausanne down there. And I have filmed the cheapest accommodation in Geneva, that is below as well. If you've got no worries about spending a lot of money on accommodation, head down Rue de Mont Blanc. It's a beautiful street as well. And you'll see, there's a few hotels, the Ritz-Carlton, the Four Seasons, the Mandarin Oriental. You're looking at 400 to 600, maybe 700 a night down there. Perfect timing. We are going to get this tram and we're going to go to the UM. So let's have a good nosy through. It's a 2-part series. Let's go. Allez, vas-y. One of the main tourist attractions in Geneva is the UM building here. I'm going to group this with 2 other tourist attractions, one being the Botanical Garden and the other one the Gandhi statue. How I got here, I took the 15 tram from the train station. It's just a few stops up, and that's the quickest and most efficient way to get to this building. A 2-minute walk from the UM building and you'll arrive at this Gandhi statue. There's a lovely quote here. It says, "My life is my message." Geneva is also known as the capital of peace because it's got a long history of diplomacy and international relations. Why is there a leg missing from the chair outside the UM building? It symbolises opposition to landmines and cluster bombs and acts as a reminder to politicians and diplomats visiting Geneva. Within 3 minutes of walking down the road from the UM building, you'll be in the Botanical Gardens. Absolutely stunning, a must if you come here. From roses to dahlias, the Botanical Garden houses over 16,000 plants. I would say it's a perfect place to come for a nice stroll, maybe get a sandwich. There is a cafe. If you're curious about prices whilst you're on this trip, there is a video below where I talk about prices and things to expect in the city. We are in a part of Geneva which I love called Eau Vive. It's a little suburb. It's very popular with bankers. A lot of bankers live here. There are a few really good tourist attractions you should group together. The first one is the Jet d'Eau. The second one is the new baby plage they've built. The third one is Parc de la Grange. And then you should also just walk up through the high street, and we're really close to the main shopping street, Rue de Rome. But let's go and check out this. We are currently under the Jet d'Eau, which is the landmark symbol of Geneva. It shoots water up to 140 meters into the air at a speed of 200 kilometers. You've got to walk through to get to the other side. Good job, this is waterproof. People are very friendly in Geneva. So I'm going to put you point of view. It can be slippy, so be careful. And yeah, we're actually going to see where I think is the best fondue and also the best area for swimming. You can see that in the background, look at that. It's stunning. Originally it wasn't supposed to be here. It was a burst pipe that happened down at the Luzine, which is now a nightclub, and we will go and investigate that another day. Lots of police on the boats today. going around. You do need a license to have a boat here, but you can hire pedlos. I'll put that price information here. Also, I'll put the price information for the coffee, which is just over there as well. We're going to end up facing one of the places where we will see the fondue later, which is over here. That is actually a sauna, it's a swimming area, it's £1 entry, which is nothing. Highly recommend it. As you can see, we are further away from the jet now, it's over there. So we're towards the baby plage. It's not long, it's like a 3-minute walk. The good thing about here is they've got table tennis, a little cafe. Then as we walk over here, if you've got children, Geneva's a very family-friendly city. It's very safe, it's very clean, and there are activities for parents and for the children, as you'll see now. It's quite a dog-friendly city as well. So this is the new baby plage. Parc de la Grange, one of my favourite parks in Geneva. This stunning building here is where Biden and Putin had their speech together, overlooking the lake and the UN. We'll head that way now. Why would I come here? Well, this is a very good place to come if there's a cultural activity going on, or if it's Swiss National Day. This will be full of people, and I would definitely recommend coming to Geneva for Swiss National Day, and this being the place you should visit the most. Lots of food courts and stuff like that. But you'll see how close we were to the baby plage in a second. So let me know below, are you thinking Geneva looks like a cool weekend trip? Just next to the lake. Another thing in Ovive, you've got this little train. Can you see that train down there? That's a tourist train. We should see that at our next stop. So let's keep exploring. We are at the main tourist attraction, one of them anyway, the flower clock. Obviously it represents Geneva's history of watchmaking, and we will be going into detail on that. If you want to see more about luxury products in Geneva, then let me know. The good thing about here is you've also got the Ferris wheel. I filmed a video that will be there or in the link box below, and you can see the views from the top. So we've kind of grouped that area, Ovive, flower clock, Ferris wheel. The next thing I said within that group, and I would keep it in this order, would be the luxury shopping street. So that kind of starts here with this Parada building, and it goes all the way down, and the one parallel is the kind of normal high street, Rue de Marché. So we're going to have a look down there, and I'm going to show you what I think is the best chocolate shop in Geneva. So let's go. This is what I think is the best chocolate shop in Geneva. I just met this gentleman here. What's your name?
David.
David, where are you from?
From the US originally, but I've been living in Geneva for 15 years now.
And can you give us the down low on chocolates in Geneva? This is the best one, you think?
This is my favorite one, but there are plenty of great chocolate shops in Geneva. They each tend to have their own little followings, so you find a good one, jump in, explore, they're all wonderful.
Another must-see thing in Geneva is the Old Town. It's 2,000 years old. It's one of the biggest old towns in Europe. There are a few strange facts that I've just discovered now. It's got the longest bench in the world. This is my favorite entrance. There's a few entrances, but look at this long bench. Stretches all the way down there. Another interesting fact, if you come in this entrance, there's a beautiful park down here called Parc Bastions, and that's the Reformation Wall, which we'll be going to after exploring the Old Town. And that's just down here. This could be a video all on its own. We're going to keep it short and sweet. If you're coming for a weekend, I would definitely come up here on a Saturday afternoon, have a few drinks in the famous Place de Bois de Fort. I apologise if I say anything wrong. It's my English accent. This place is just crazy. You're going to get lost, number one. Julius Caesar did visit, and they've got some information here. It's the ancient canon section. You've got the oldest building in Geneva here. We've also got the beautiful cathedral, St. Peter's Cathedral. And we will also go to the original market square, which the Romans built. And there is also a little secret passage. If you're lucky, we'll go down there too. As we can see here, the artwork on the wall shows Julius Caesar returned to Geneva in 58 BC. The Roman emperor had established a military camp in the Swiss city, at war with the Gauls. The region and the Rhone played a key role in the war. Around the corner from the ancient cannons, you'll see the beautiful, magnificent building St. Peter's Cathedral. It dates back to the 12th century. It played a pivotal role in the Protestant Reformation, with John Calvin being one of the prominent figures. This is a secret passageway. Some of you in Geneva, any locals, let me know the name. I'm going to do point of view, and we're going to end up at the most beautiful square. This square was the original Roman marketplace, and it's actually the oldest square in Geneva. Check this out. It's a bit spooky. Just think of all the history that's been through here. If walls could talk. Wow. I must say, give yourself you need at least 4 or 5 hours up in the Old Town. Oh, there's the name. We just walked through this little passageway over here. These people aren't queuing to go in there, by the way. They're queuing up for ice cream. Can you believe it? Look at the queue. We are going to end up at the famous square. There's just something for everyone here. You've got little boutique shops, little restaurants, nice bars, cafes. It is a bit steep, but it's accessible with a wheelchair. Just below the old city walls is Place Neuf, Geneva's fine arts crossroads. In the centre stands the statue of General Dufour, a Swiss national hero. In Parc Bastions, you'll see the Reformation Wall. It was erected in the 16th century to protect the city of Geneva. The monument was constructed in 1909 to mark the 400th anniversary of Calvin's birth. We have reached the end of part 1. Part 2 will be coming next week. There's so many more things to see in this amazing city. I will also be filming Zurich, Lausanne, some mountain hikes. But let me know below what was your favourite part of Geneva in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.